Kia ora, good evening. So I've just had my cocoa, my hot cocoa. I'm taken to having cocoa at night now before bed. So my tummy's all nice and settled. And I thought I would make this video, which I know is going to piss a lot of people off. A lot of people are not going to be happy with me, but I've done a brief video about this before. It's something that I want to talk about extensively when I get my radio show, if I ever get to go to this place for real. But a lot of people aren't going to be happy. I have talked about it briefly. I've talked about it on X and on my LinkedIn and on my Instagram and all of that, but I'm making another video because people still keep watching the little video that I put up a few years ago, the Amityville horror ghost photo. I hate to break it to you folks, but that famous photo, that boy is not dead. He was dead at the time the photo was taken, but he wasn't dead when the photo was taken. And you can tell by the way he's peeking out of the door and the fact that his eyes are glowing red. That's because of the camera flashing in his eyes. And the Warrens are probably the biggest frauds in the occult paranormal world. Everything is a demon according to them, but it is absolutely not true. What you are looking at in that photo is a classic time slip. That little boy would have heard people out in the hallway thinking, what is that noise? Probably thinking they were ghosts, probably even told his parents, I keep hearing someone in the hallway. And he's heard noises on the stairs, and being the curious kid that kids are, when they hear things that go bump in the night, he would have poked his head out the door. You can tell by the look on his face, he's investigating a noise in the hallway. And then the photo was taken. The people who took the photo, the photographer would have been completely unaware that he was there because he was dead when they were there. But when he took that photo, it was right at the perfect time for the little boy's time and the photographer's time to slip and integrate through each other. Like, the only way I can describe it, it's like if two cars are driving along the highway and one car turns into the other and passes through the other car. But say there's a blue car on the highway, there's a red car on the highway. The blue car is from 1962, 1st of January. The red car is from 1983, 1st of October. The blue car and the red car are driving along the highway at the same time. The blue car then turns into the red car and passes straight through it. But for a brief moment in time, the driver of the blue car and the driver of the red car are perfectly aware of each other. Except in this case, the photographer wasn't aware of the boy until he took the photo, because obviously he didn't have second sight. You know, the beast with red eyes, how I talk about the beast with red eyes, second sight, infrared vision. I have infrared vision. I can see it because I see beasts with red eyes. You know, Mary Catherine from the Velisca axe murders. I saw her with my own eyes. I saw King Charles the First, was it, with my own eyes. When I go and investigate these places in the National Trust and that, because I have second sight, you know, I have the red eyes, I have infrared vision, I can see things that aren't there. And a lot of cameras are able to do the same thing. Now, this is going back to a time when cameras weren't digital, which is pretty amazing, which is why we're looking at a supernatural phenomenon. Because a supernatural phenomenon can be explained using science. Paranormal phenomenon can't be explained using science. It can only be explained using psychology. And as I keep saying, the paranormal is psychological and societal, and the supernatural is basically physics and theology. Your faith mixed with physics explains the supernatural. So that little boy, at some point in his life, before he died, would have been hearing things on the stairway and not knowing what he was hearing. You can tell from the look on his face, by the way that he's cautiously peeking around the door, that he's investigating a noise on the stairs. You can tell. The photo says everything. You know, a picture says 1,000 words. And then the fact that his eyes are white, it's because of the flash of the camera. Because of the camera. It's the light of creation passing between the lens of the camera and the boy. And the light of creation is basically, you know how I was explaining about how time is linear? The second you make choices and decisions, the second that photographer made the choice to put the camera up and click it at that time, at the same time as the boy was peeking around the door, they both made a linear decision that met in the middle, and the light reflecting in his eyes is the light of the creation of time, of history being made at that time. Do you see what I mean? I've talked about these in other videos, talking about time being linear once you make a decision or choice, and that when you look at time from a linear perspective, it is like a pinpoint of light weaving through the course of history. It is weaving the thread of time through the course of your timeline. It's creating a timeline using a thread of light. But if you look in the opposite direction, there's an infinite amount of possibilities and choices and decisions that could have been made that weren't chosen, that become infinite space, infinite possibilities, infinity. But infinity ceases to exist in the moment that a choice or decision is made. And when that little boy peeked through the door at the same time that that photographer took the photo, linear time was caught as a reflection of light in that boy's eyes. And that's how you know he was alive at the time the photo was taken. So he's not a ghost. The house isn't haunted. It is not paranormal. It is way better. It's supernatural, which is way cooler than paranormal, because with the paranormal's all in your head. Whereas the supernatural is physics and faith. It's God proving that time exists simultaneously. And that photographer, people don't realize what an incredible event that photo actually is, because it has actually proven everything that I've been saying about the time theory and the time-space continuum to be absolutely spot on. So it's not a ghost photo. He's very much alive when that photo was taken. It was just taken at two different times, where his time and the photographer's time merged at the exact same time, the perfect frequency. And it basically lit up the universe and is reflected in the boy's eyes through linear accuracy, basically pinpoint accuracy. So yeah, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people have investigated this case, tried to debunk it. Everybody keeps the Warrens, I'm sorry, but they're an embarrassment to the paranormal world. Anybody who believes them, come on. Demons aren't anything like they're portraying them to be. Demons are a manifestation of the psychological mind. Demons are the manifestation of the darkest parts of your psychological mind. Demons are your worst nightmares manifest in reality in order to taunt you. They are your worst nightmare. And so for people like that to run around saying that this sort of stuff is demonic and it's evil and blah, 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 like, it's embarrassing. It is such an archaic way to look at life and evolution and theology and physics and all of that. I mean, they don't even bring physics into it. It's utterly embarrassing. And so I'm here to recorrect the wrongs that these investigators and demonologists and all of that claim to know everything about. Your ghost hunters and your ghost... Hang on. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Your ghost hunters and your ghost whisperers and your ghost adventurers and all that. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for them. They're perpetuating a stereotype and a myth that doesn't even... It defies logic, let alone defies science. And so my radio shows, everything that I am, my movies, my books, my TV show when I get out, because I'm going to do my own version of Most Haunted. I'm going to do my own version of Ghost Whisperers and Ghost Adventurers and all of that, but I'm going to be doing it the right way, where I'm explaining it properly using science and logic and reason. And then I will explain it all using experiments if I have to, especially because I want to educate children as well, because they're the most perceptible to the paranormal, which is, the boy in the photo. So yeah, I'm going to make my own shows. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to investigate these places like the Winchester House, because I'm going to explain that as well, because I mean, I've already explained her away, Sarah Winchester and all that. I've already explained her away on X and on my Instagram and all of that. But when I get to actually go to these places, I can tell you exactly what it is by showing you on camera, walking around, doing what I do, explaining what I explain, knowing what I know as a physicist, and then I will use my products to put an end to anything that other people have placed in those buildings, because when they go there, they want to experience paranormal activity, therefore they create it. So anything we catch on camera, I will absolutely be able to explain away within a minute. So and then I'll be able to you prove it using evidence. So yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I was just saying to a friend today, it's like Canada's right there. I can just see it. It's like right there. And I can build the Alchemist Cavern, because once I get my shows and stuff out, people are going to know exactly what the Alchemist Cavern is and what we're selling and what we're doing there. So I have no doubt that people are going to want to come to the store and see the store, especially how I've got it designed in my head. My boys and I have spent so long explaining the design of this store for so many years. I can't wait. I'm so excited. And yeah, my shows and everything like that will go up on the streaming service. But when my boys and I get out of here, the second we get out of here, the first thing we're doing is getting drones and proper cameras and lighting equipment, and I'll get proper mics in that. And everywhere we go, we travel from this point on, once we leave, like New Zealand, Australia, Japan, all the places that we want to go in the UK before we say goodbye, waiting for our visas to head to Canada, everything. I'm going to make my Eye in the Sky show, where I, go around investigating these places and go around debunking everything and recorrecting the wrongs and doing my investigations and fixing it all. And I can't wait. I'm so excited, and I can guarantee you that the stuff that I produce is going to be 1,000 times cooler and a lot scarier than anything you'll see on those fraudulent ghost adventurers and all of that. So yeah, I can't wait. My boys don't want to be on camera, but they've said they'll either stay in the hotel or help carry the equipment and that. But that's why I'm looking for a co-host. Because I want to have someone to have that banter with. But, you know, God willing, if I'm meant to have one, I'll have one. I've put the call out now. I've put my casting call out for my co-host, and yeah, it's in the hands of God now. Otherwise, I'll just do it with myself, with my boys and my camera and a cheap little microphone, and, you know, it's whatever it's going to be. But, oh, my Lord, I am so excited. Like, I'm rearing to go now because everything's perfected. Like, all my products are perfected. The biorhythmics is perfected. The science is perfected. Like, it's all done. All the boxes are now ticked. Just waiting on justice to get my boys to get out of here, get the money in the bank so that I can afford to pay for these adventures, and then we'll go off and make these shows and, you know, get everybody interested in all of what we're doing and that, and then get the everything sort of built behind the scenes, so that by the time I draw enough attention to what we're doing, people will be ready for the store to be open. It'll be all there ready to go. And then because people will know who I am, what I do, what I sell, you know, what I teach, blah, blah, blah. So that when the Alchemist Cavern and that is all ready to open its doors, people can just walk right in and know who we are. And then I'll build the foundation. If I can build the foundation, if I can build the Alchemist Cavern in the foundation, I would be over the moon. But if I have to do it one step at a time, and go with the department store first, then that's what I'll do. And then build the foundation, you know, and then move the Alchemist Cavern into the foundation. And then I'll have the Alchemist Tavern as well, which will be my pub. So, which will be at the foundation as well. So, Alchemist Cavern and the Alchemist Tavern. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Anyway, so yeah. So, a lot of people aren't going to be happy with me, but I don't care. The truth's the truth. And I'm here to teach the truth and to recorrect all the wrongs of my Egyptian ancestors and my medicine shamanic ancestors and all of that. And as a physicist and a scientist who takes my work very seriously, I cannot let people live a lie and believe a lie and sell a lie in regards to death and its process and our ancestors and our loved ones that we lose and leave behind and blah blah blah. So yeah, as a high priestess, it's my job to prepare everyone for the truth of the light of the afterlife, and it starts with me being an occult scientist. So yeah, people aren't going to be happy with me because I'm debunking a lot of things. I'm going to put a lot of people out of work, and a lot of people are going to lose subscribers and followers and support and all of that when they find out the truth. But it's better to live the truth than live a lie. Hey, anyway, I'm going to go. I'll speak to you later. Ka kite anō. Mwah.